What's up, high levelers? Funnel Doc here. In today's video, I'm bringing it to you. That's right, outbound voice AI is coming soon, and I got beta access. So in today's video, I'm going to show you all about it. I'm going to break down all the requirements, all the stipulations. There's a lot of rules when you use it, so we're going to break them all down today, as well as I'm going to show you how to set it all up. With that being said, let's jump inside today's video. What's up, everybody? Funnel Doc. So, when you get voice AI access, now this might change, of course, when it goes from beta to live. Right now, we're in beta access. But if you create a new agent, first of all, know it's going to have to be in one of your new agents. It cannot be one of the older agents. So, you'll have to come in, you'll make a new agent. You'll see that it automatically upgrades it to the voice AI. And when you made this, then you'll see that it's now, you'll see that it automatically upgrades. If you go to your agent list, you'll see here's the one I just made right there. It automatically upgrades. You will need to pick one of the upgraded for the actual outbound call. Now, the outbound call itself is actually an automation. It's not actually a call out like you have here where when people call in, that's what activates it. You have to use an actual outbound, action. So once you come in, you'll see that it'll look just like this. You'll be able to find at the very bottom here. You'll see that it says right here, voice AI, outbound voice AI. And when you click on it, you'll see that it goes right here and it will show you all the different stuff. Calls may be made of a rate of 1 call per minute per location. Each location can receive up to 100 calls per day. Each phone number can be called only once per day, and additional calls must be scheduled for the next day. That right there makes it really hard for testing. I was testing it today, and I called my own number, and then you know what? I got one test on it. So it just sort of makes it hard for testing, but I do understand that. I guess you could just test it all inbound and it'll sort of work the same, but that was just something I was playing with. Each phone number can be called a maximum of 4 times in 2 weeks. Calls exceeding this limit will fail. So you can, even though it's 1 call a day, you can only call 4 times in 2 weeks. So that's basically twice a week you can call. So, or technically you can call 4 times in 1 week over a 2 week period, but it can equal more than 4 times in 1 week, which is very interesting. And this was cool too, or interesting. You can only call between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. in your time zone. I was trying to test out this morning and I started testing it at 9 a.m. I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work. Well, that's why. So the next thing you've got is the action of the name, very obvious right there. Then you'll be able to come in and pick any of the new agents that you've started or you picked. So if I got my outbound test here, and then the other thing is you can choose from any of the phone numbers you have associated with that account. So I'll come right here, set it up, hit action, and you'll see it's now saved. And you can trigger it just like you would trigger any other type of outbound form or anything like that. You do need contact information. So this would need to be a form or something that's dropping an actual contact in there with a number. So just keep that in mind. The other cool thing they've recently launched is the Learn More feature right here. When you hit that, the AI will pop up right here and it actually breaks down in even more detail about that specific action. And you'll see right here, it's way more detailed. How does it work? It breaks down how to configure. This is really good information. It also breaks down all the different stuff in here. It goes even more in detail. It goes into validation and constraints right here, use cases. Highly recommend that you read that. I'm going to give this guy a thumbs up. He did a good job. Boom. Highly recommend that you read that you use the learn more when it comes up. Of course, you can always watch all my videos and I'll tell you all about it. Other than that, it operates just like regular AI. When it calls, it will say the opening message. So keep that in mind that whatever it is you're going on an outbound call versus an inbound call, you might want that to be different. So you'll want, your greeting maybe to be outbound, like, hey, this is Jeff calling from so and so, just where the other one, it was like, hey, thank you for calling or something like that. But just keep that in mind that you want it to react that way. Other than that, everything acts the same. It still gathers information, fires, triggers, everything's going to be the same. And then if you wanted any other flows to happen, you could then continue that on right there in the actual action flow or workflow itself. Remember though, these limitations, only 4 times in a week and 1 call per day. So that is inbound calling. Pretty straightforward. There's going to be a lot of restrictions on it at first, especially coming out just like this, because they don't want to have any chances for it to be abused. That's one reason they have such strict calling limits, is that way there's no way you can spam people, you can anything like that. It takes it all out of the picture. So I actually appreciate the time, effort, and energy they did putting up this criteria, because realize without stuff like this, voice AI outbound would be a long time off, just because there's such a chance for people to abuse this for spam and robo dialing and stuff like that. Also keep in mind, you must get permission to have an outbound call. You cannot call someone outbound with or with AI. You can get into trouble with that. And you must get permission to call them, just like anything else for your forms. So I would make sure on your forms that you now have for that checkbox, voice AI or voice AI calling or anything like that, to make sure you're within regulations. Thanks so much for watching this video. I got a bunch more coming up. I also got beta access to the knowledge bases. Huge updates coming for that one. You guys and gals are going to love it. As well as I've got a whole complete tutorial and breakdown of voice AI. I'm going to go over everything you need to know about creating a voice AI agent. I got workflow videos. You'll see a lot of videos coming out about HighLevel here over the next couple days and weeks and months. I'm going to really go heavy on YouTube. If you could, please like and subscribe and tell a friend. I appreciate it. See you in the next video. Funnel Doc out. Peace.